Hey everybody, Jim Powers with MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision as we catch up with our coaches this week. But this coach has a little something extra as he's holding on to. He is the head coach of the men's golf team, the 2019 GLVC champions, Glenn Paulus. And wow, congratulations, my friend. What a great weekend for the guys, and the way that they got into the match play and then the way they played in the match play, just an unbelievable weekend for our guys.
I agree. It was. We weren't looking real good there at the end of the 54-hole stroke play, but they finished strong enough. We got a little help from one of the Drury players late in the day. Squeaked in. Didn't play our best those first 3 rounds, but played good enough to get where we needed to get. And then at that point, they finally decided that they're going to play the game that they know how to play. And it turned out very well. Both those teams are, UMSL and Indy both are 2 of the elite programs in this part of the country and have been for some time. If you recall last year, Indy handed it to us pretty good in the finals last year. That was our first shot at it, but hopefully we learned something then, and it looks like we did, because they played great against both teams.
The UMSL match, we were tracking it, and we knew it was going to go down to the wire. We get the tie break to move into the championship. You juggled the lineup a little bit into that championship match. Talk a little bit about what went into kind of juggling things and putting Jake in the anchor, position, and moving Alex up into that number 3 slot.
Some of those pairings are not dictated by me. As the 4th seed, we have to put up players 3 times out of the 5, and then the higher seed only has to put 2 players up. So a lot of times we can't control who we want to play against whom. We always put our freshmen out first, both rounds. And while he didn't win a point for us, he kept the score close, and that was a big effort on his part, and helped us. If we got to a tiebreaker, that was both those matches were important for him. I just saw something in Jake's eye after the UMSL match, and the kid. I was surprised that Coach Nickerson, his best player in the stroke play was Oliver Mast, and I was kind of expecting him to go out last, and I was holding Keenan back for that because he had played our best 54-hole, and he played well against UMSL as well. But once Oliver went off the board early, Alex is probably the fiercest competitor that we have on our team. And I figured, well, if anybody's going to give Oliver a game, it'll be Alex. So that's where I put Alex, and I saw something in Jake's eye between the rounds that he was ready to go and finally do something and play the level that he can. So I kind of went with that, and that turned out pretty good because he took down a pretty good player. Even though the kid was a freshman, he's a very accomplished player, and he hung with him all day. I think he shot did it even par? Yeah. The final round against Jake. Jake shot 2 under. So as it turned out, it worked pretty good. Joey Williams had that big win against his Indy opponent, and that helped us clearly with the tiebreaker.
No doubt about it.
Everybody contributed.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talk about Kane in the weekend. He had just, solid play, throughout the weekend. And what he did yesterday, was just, keeping everybody even keel and right where they needed to be.
Yep. He drew a surprisingly tough match. And he was in there all the way. I think he had it tied a couple of times, and it kind of went back forth a little bit. But he held on late. We caught him on 18T, and at that time, after Alex had halved his match with Oliver, with Jake and Keenan still out on the course, we had a little bit of a cushion stroke-wise for the playoff, or for the playoff after the match play. And so I just kind of got to Keenan on 18 and said, just keep a clean card, we'll be okay. So, and he did. He made actually it trickled into the water there on 18, but for that point, hit a wonderful shot up to the green, made a bogey for us, which was all we needed at that time, and then Jake cruised in after that. So.
And I know we've got some of the guys here. Joey couldn't be here today. We'll talk to him next week once the regional is announced. But, Joey, what just a tremendous, once again, for the senior, a tremendous weekend for him.
Yeah, Joey played like a senior. He was just steady all of the rounds, and especially against UMSL and especially against UND, he just played solid golf and kept his wits about him. And when he got in trouble, got out of it quickly. I don't think he made a bogey against UMSL. I think he had 16 pars and 2 birdies, and I don't know if he made a bogey against UND. If he did, it might have been 1. But that's 36 holes on a tough golf course in tough conditions in a high-pressure situation, and to play that many holes of golf and not record a bogey is just an impressive feat, and couldn't be happier for him. He deserves it. He played great, and I hope he's got a couple more left in him.
No doubt about it. We'll find out on Friday who will be joining us down at the regional down in Hot Springs in a couple weeks. But for the third year in a row, we're making it. And a couple of the guys just mentioned, okay, the first 2 years we were happy to be there. This year, there's a little bit more to it. They're going to approach it. It's a business trip to make it to the NCAA tournament.
Well, it is, and because there are no slouches in this field down there. These are the roughly 24 of the best teams in pretty much the about a third of the country anyway, and everybody down there can play. And there's only I think this year 6 getting out, 6 of 24. So we got to be on top of our game, and this spring our history has been we kind of slap it around a little bit the first round, and then we're charging back the second round. Well, that ain't going to work down there. We got to come out guns blazing, making good decisions, but we got to get the putts to the hole, and if we get out of position, we got to accept the bogey and move on from there and not try anything heroic. So they know that. It's been 2 years now, and they set their goal to not only make it to the national championship, but make it to the final 8 teams and get back into the medal match situation, which it seems that we're getting pretty comfortable with that now. So,
how special is it to be holding that trophy?
That's pretty nice. Have it on my desk for a while, and then we'll put it out in the trophy case. But these are nice, hefty monuments here. So it was a special day after it was all said and done. The conference took care of us very nicely. Got a lot of emails and texts from the alumni and from some of my peers in the coaching ranks there, and so it was very satisfying, very gratifying.
Outstanding stuff, Glenn. Thank you so much for the time. Congratulations on bringing that home to Maryville, and good luck in the regional. We'll talk to you before you guys leave in a couple weeks.
Sounds good. Thank you, Jim.
Glenn Paulus joins us, the head coach of your 2019 GLVC men's golf champions right here at Maryville University. They'll find out on Friday who will be joining them at the regional. We'll have a lot of coverage for you leading up to when they leave for Hot Springs, Arkansas, right here on MaryvilleSaints.com and Saints Vision. For Coach, I'm Jim Powers. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll talk to you soon, and as always, go Saints.
Go Saints.